Ever feel wiped out, even when you're doing everything right? You drink water all day, thinking it'll boost your energy. You carry your bottle everywhere, never missing a sip, hit your 8 glasses, but the brain fog just won't go away. Everyone says water is the secret to feeling great, but you still feel drained. You start to wonder if you're doing something wrong, but maybe it's not about how much water you drink, it's about what's in your water. Hydration isn't just H2O, it's the mix of fluids and minerals that keeps your body running. I used to think more water was always better, but it can actually wash away the minerals you need. That's the wild part. You can be hydrated and still feel empty. So I got curious. Why wasn't water enough for me? I started learning about electrolytes, especially sodium, and how they help real hydration, and I found a simple trick that changed my energy and my outlook completely. Not long ago, I thought I was doing everything right. I exercised, ate healthy meals, and drank plenty of water every day. But by the afternoon, I would suddenly feel exhausted and my mind would get foggy. My workouts started to suffer, I felt weak, got muscle cramps, and just couldn't keep up. I kept reaching for more water, convinced I must be dehydrated, but somehow, it just made me feel worse. I followed all the usual health tips, but nothing seemed to help with my energy. I was left feeling drained and frustrated. Then it hit me. The fatigue, brain fog, and muscle cramps were all signs my body was missing something important. Drinking all that plain water was actually washing away the minerals I needed. My turning point came when I started questioning the usual advice. I dug into the science behind hydration and found what I was missing: minerals. It wasn't that I was drinking too much water, but that my water was missing the right ingredients. My body was full of water but running low on minerals. I used to think drinking more water was always better, so I started carrying my bottle everywhere, refilling it all day. But after a while I noticed I still felt tired and foggy. My muscles cramped, and my energy just wasn't there. I wondered, how could I be drinking so much and still feel off? That's when I started reading about hydration and electrolytes. Turns out water alone can actually wash away important minerals. I learned about sodium, potassium, and magnesium, the stuff my body really needs. When I drank only plain water, I was losing those minerals fast. Suddenly it made sense why I felt so drained. My body wasn't just thirsty for water, it was craving minerals too. Now I focus on balance, not just how much I drink. I used to think staying hydrated just meant drinking lots of water, but I still felt tired and foggy no matter how much I drank. So I started reading and watching videos about hydration. That's when I discovered electrolytes, like sodium, are the real spark plugs for your body. Electrolytes help your nerves and muscles work and keep your body's fluids balanced. Sodium especially acts like a gatekeeper, pulling water and nutrients into your cells. When I didn't get enough, I felt weak, had brain fog, and even got muscle cramps. I realized that filtered water, sweating, and even my healthy diet were making it harder to keep those minerals. Drinking more plain water just washed out the few electrolytes I had left. It was a cycle: more water, more tired. The real solution? Smarter hydration. Adding minerals back in, not just drinking more water. Here's a practical tip I discovered on my own wellness journey. After reading up on hydration, I started adding a pinch of unrefined salt to my water. Himalayan or Celtic sea salt works best. They contain natural minerals your body needs. I avoid regular table salt since it's stripped of most minerals. I use about a quarter teaspoon per liter, just enough so the water doesn't taste salty. Sometimes I add a squeeze of lemon for extra flavor and potassium. This simple experiment made a real difference for me. My energy improved and I felt more clear-headed. Of course, this isn't medical advice, just what worked for me after some research and trial and error. If you're curious, try adding a pinch of unrefined salt to your water and see how you feel. Sometimes the smallest changes can make a big difference in your day. The difference was almost instant. I felt a shift in my body I hadn't expected. Within just a few days of adding minerals to my water, my mind felt clearer and my energy levels rose. The brain fog that used to slow me down was gone. I woke up feeling refreshed, and my workouts became easier and more enjoyable. No more muscle cramps or sudden fatigue. I felt strong and motivated. Even my sleep improved, and I noticed I was in a better mood throughout the day. Staying hydrated with minerals became my secret weapon for feeling my best. I started sharing my experience with friends and online, excited by how much better I felt. The simple act of adding minerals to my water changed everything for me. Sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference. From my own journey, I found that adding a pinch of unrefined salt to my water made a real difference. But that doesn't mean I reach for salty snacks or processed foods. Those never made me feel my best. Instead, I focus on whole foods and natural sources of minerals, Things like leafy greens, bananas, and avocados became staples in my meals. For me, this combination of smarter hydration and real food brought more energy and focus to my days. I encourage you to experiment. See how you feel when you try it for a week. Listen to your body and notice the changes in your energy, focus, and mood. Everyone's different, but for me, these small changes made a big impact. If you try it, let me know how it goes in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on living your healthiest life.